This clip is from a much longer video linked down in the description. If you like this kind of content, check it out. We discuss more of the absolutely insane implications of the atheistic worldview. Okay, now let's move on. Try to explain free will or explain your mind or explain your thoughts without appealing to something immaterial like a soul. Now let's move on to Alex Rosenberg. He is delightful because he brings us to its absolute most absurd conclusion, but I think it's logically inescapable. Once you reduce the person down to their brain, then you realize that the person is physical. You are a physical thing, which means that if I cannot predicate something of a physical object, I can't predicate it of you. Okay, to say another way, if something cannot be true of a physical thing, then it cannot be true of you or of your products. Now, what does that imply? Physical things are not about anything. They're not about something. This microphone isn't about a thing. My coffee mug is not. The desk is not. My hand is not about anything. What is about things? Well, thoughts. Thoughts are about things. But thoughts are not, but aboutness doesn't apply to physical things. So Rosenberg has the audacity to say that naturalism implies you're just your brain, you're just physical thoughts. Therefore, and physical things can't be about anything. Therefore, your thoughts aren't actually about anything. You're not thinking about anything. Of course, you know that you're thinking about my words right now. But for Rosenberg, naturalism obviously and inescapably implies you can't think about anything. And therefore, instead of just saying, well, the naturalism is wrong, he says, sure, then I can't think of anything. In his book, he says the book isn't about anything. Physical things don't have meaning. Meaning, again, is a part of a mind, and it's about sentences. And therefore, he goes so far as to say that because naturalism is true, the sentences in his book don't have any meaning. And lastly, physical things, he has about 7 of these, but he says physical things can't be true, right? My mug isn't true, only a sentence or a proposition is true. That's an immaterial thing. But he's a materialist. Nothing exists that isn't material. Therefore, nothing is true, including the words in his book, which have no meaning and aren't about anything. So again, naturalism has some intellectual costs. Let's refresh them. If you believe in naturalism or materialism, which they're slightly distinct, but for right now, they're close enough to just lump together. If you accept this, then you have no free will, which would imply that the physical forces that cause, say, a hurricane are similar, if not identical, to what cause murder, and you should feel emotionally the same way about either one of them. You have to accept that your mind doesn't actually exist, that you don't actually exist, you're not an agent. You have to accept that your thoughts aren't about anything, they're not true, and they have no meaning. Or, and hear me out here, you can realize that those are the absurd conclusions of materialism and reject them, and therefore reject materialism, and accept that reality possesses immaterial objects. Now, again, that would leave God, I think, as the only possible candidate, but let's just make sure we know that he's a really good candidate given what we know. We are immaterial minds that have physical, we have causal powers over the physical world. Therefore, it's not at all absurd to assume that there is another, larger, more fantastic, maybe even necessary mind, immaterial mind, that has causal power over the physical universe. We're done. Unsafe Media. We're all listener supported. Linktree in the description if you want to support. My name is Ryan Martin, reminding you, until next time, trust God, keep your powder dry.